So there's this element of the fact that, look, streaming came along, completely changed the production schedules, the number of episodes. Comp didn't keep up. And I think of this as the streaming strike, if you were to be very, simplistic about it. But it's also somehow become the AI strike,
Yeah.
where apparently one of the earlier sticking points in negotiations was writers saying, "Look, you can't use AI to generate scripts," and then the studios are like, "Hard pass on that. Like, we totally want to be able to use use
Yeah.
AI." And you have some opinions as to what AI can and can't do.
Well, yeah. So the Writers Guild just wants to regulate it, and I'm not on the guild negotiating committee, so I'm not exactly sure what they're asking for. But the studios, like you're saying, it's hard pass. That's off the table. We're not going to let you. Now, AI currently can't write anything close to being usable, the quality that we're writing currently. But the studios are at least optimistic that in the near future it might be good enough, and good enough is good enough. And so, and you know how AI works. It's just a plagiarism tool that scrapes the internet for other stuff that we've written and amalgamates it, and hopefully will make something good enough. So no writer in their right mind, it's like signing your own death wish. No writer is going to agree to a contract that says, "Okay, yeah, sure, phase me out. I'll sign right here, phase me out." you know.
I mean, people probably know I've been concerned about the impact of AI for quite some time. This is an early navigation of
Hmm.
how AI is going to be used. Because if you're a studio, you're like, heck yeah, I want to be able to use this thing. And
Yeah,
if you're the writers, you're like, well, like I'm not going to freaking help
yeah,
automate myself out of a job. I mean,
right.
like I have to do this for years to come. Oh, when I did run for president, I ran on this notion that AI is going to eat a lot of jobs, and we should start
Hmm.
giving everyone money. Called it the freedom dividend, set it at $1,000 a month. Now that's not a whole lot in
Yeah.
Hollywood. But do you think that something like UBI would help people transition? I mean, it's sort of obviously it's like something of a leading question.
Though, I think about AI a lot right now, and it's so interesting. It's like we've created this god. Let's worship it. This artificial god. The arts. No one goes into the arts hoping to become rich. Like I said, that's why you're starving artists until you start making some money. And what the arts allow us to do is understand ourselves and help create something and turn something inside of us into something more positive, and hopefully understand ourselves and our place in society, and hope other people do the same. But AI will never be able to write about the human experience because it's not human. And whatever it scrapes from the internet comes from other writers, but it'll never be authentic. It'll only be artificial. And so, if you really are interested in writing something or watching something that really moves you, I think it has to come from a human. Now, I am interested to know what this is until AI becomes sentient. I mean, when then things change, but then AI will be able to write a story about what it's like to be a computer. And I'd be interested in reading that story. But right now, it can't do anything close to that. It's not sentient, and it can't write about the human experience because it's not human. And so if art moves you in any way, then I think you're going to need to put a premium on human writers.
Hey YouTube, glad you're enjoying the podcast. If you really like it, hit subscribe, and then YouTube will notify you every time we have a bang up new guest. Thank you.